Tommy Boyds.
I've never been so worried in all my life. And you know what? That means I'm alive. I'm alive. All my nerve endings are tingling. I'm here, I'm in the block hole, I'm on planet Earth. It's April 1998. And the weather is, well, it's a bit of a worry, really. But the point is, I'm seeing it all, I'm feeling it all, I'm part of it all, because I'm a worrier. Are you a worrier? You've dogged yourself down the years. Yes, you're a worrier. You wouldn't listen to talk radio if you weren't a worrier. You're a worrier. You dogged yourself down the years with your worries. Hey, come on. Let's come out of our shells. Let's celebrate this great thing, this tremendous contribution that we make to our species and to the planet generally. Because if it's not absolutely right, we worry about it. And we anticipate and we work out all the things that might go wrong. So we've got our plan A, B, C and D in place in case they go wrong. Come on, let's celebrate worrying. Are you a worrier? Of course you're a worrier. I'm a worrier now. I'm a worrier now because all the lines are free. Every single line is free. I'm doing a phone-in programme and nobody's phoning. Do you have any idea what kind of a worry that is? Supposing I had to go through now until 4 o'clock without talking to anybody. You think you're worried? I'm worried. I've got every reason to worry. So I worry. I worry about that. Now somebody's phoned. That's all right. Line one's busy. Good. Now I'm less worried than I was 30 seconds ago. But I enjoyed that worry. I did. I knew what I'd do if no lines lit up. I could deal with it because I'm a worrier, because I've got it planned. I know what I could do. I've thought about it. If I hadn't thought about it, what would I... Now, all the lines are full now. Now I'm very worried because all the lines are full, and that means lots of people are ringing up out of sympathy. And I don't want calls who are sympathetic with the fact that I haven't got any callers. I want good callers, because if I don't get good callers, then I don't get good ratings. And if I don't get good ratings, I'm out of a job. And the boss is probably listening to this programme down in his office now, and he's thinking, oh, what on earth is Tommy doing now? Of course, you and I know that it's a serious discussion about the human condition, and being a psychiatrist, I'm talking about what can lead to neurosis and even psychosis. Not necessarily sociopathy, because I'm a believer that that's neurological, but you can see what I'm saying. Worrying is a hell of a thing. You do more worrying than anything else. We got children? Exactly. You actually worry more about your children than even you love them. You do. It's a way of showing that you love them, how much you worry about your children. Your relationship. You love somebody, don't you? Whether they know it or not. Let's hope they do, and let's hope they love you back. But by Jiminy, do you worry about it? If you don't worry about it, you know what people have said? If you don't worry about your relationship, right, that's when it can start to go stale. Free call 0500 10 53 89. I'm not making this up. I genuinely believe that worrying is quite simply the most magnificent frame of mind that any human being can achieve, as long as you don't go too far. Your children, your relationship, your job and your income, your home, your health, your parents, the state of your neighbourhood, your body, aging, your hair loss, you know. You are worrying about all of these things at any one given moment of your waking and sleeping life. Because 1/3 of the time when you are asleep, you are having a dream. And all of our dreams are anxiety dreams. Oh, yes, they are. You know that's true. Now, God gave us our dreams because you don't choose your dreams. And in all of your dreams, you're anxious. This is God's way of telling you that anxiety is the natural, healthy human state. We've got where we've got. We've put that distance between us and the rest of the animals because we worry and they don't. Free call 0500 10 53 89. It must be fantastic. Otherwise, we wouldn't choose to do so much of it. It's completely, unlike tennis, say, for example, completely free of charge. It's the best way to stay thin, isn't it? Isn't it? Have you ever met a plump neurotic? Free call 0500 10 53 89. And it's good for your brain. It's good for your intelligence. Oh, you can do the crossword. Oh, you can shout out the answers on countdown. But the thing that keeps your mind really alert and nimble is that adrenaline that you get when you suddenly realise that there is something that you need to worry about. Of course, you call it planning. You call it being ready for every eventuality. But the simple fact of the matter is, you're a worry bucket. I'm a worry bucket. We're all worry buckets. We're all in it together, and you can't change. The biggest waste of space is when anybody says to you, don't worry about it, for goodness sake. So we've got it. We're saddled with it. It's as much a part of you as your height and your parentage. So just like those two things, let's celebrate it. Isn't worrying fantastic? Free call 0500 10 53 89. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening. We're celebrating worrying. Abigail calls from London. You're on Talk Radio, Abigail.
Hi, Toby. I am pretty worried. I had leak from upstairs in my flat. The roof, the walls, everything is rotted. My carpet in my bedroom is double rotted and stinky. My daughter's best friend, age 15, got pregnant. I'm terribly worried. I'm worried every time I walk on the pavements with the dog poo. I'm just totally a warrior.
You're a worrier, but you're alive.
I am.
You're alive. You're feeling it.
But do I have to feel so much?
Yeah, it's great.
Well, I don't have no more time to do anything else.
But you notice things and you care about things and your brain is in action because you're trying to work out what on earth you're going to do about all these things.
And it's all other people's problem. It's not my problem.
But you're immensely alive. Can't you see that?
I do.
Yes. Have you got any fingernails? Mary calls from Stirling. Mary, we're celebrating worrying. It's fantastic, isn't it? Because we all do it.
Tommy, do you know something? I worry about not worrying.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're my biggest worry, Tommy.
Yeah.
As I remember you on telly.
Yeah, that's a worry.
Isn't it? It shows you what age I am.
Well, yeah.
You were brilliant on the telly, but, you know, I'm worried about, like, thank goodness I was worrying about actually speaking to you on national radio.
Yes, I know.
I was also worrying about, it's time for my children to come home from school.
Yes.
You know, I was worrying about that.
Yeah,
I'll still be on the phone and, that's brilliant.
I know what you're saying. I phone-in programs just to see what it feels like, and you've been stacked for 7 minutes, 27 seconds right now, okay? And that means that you've had about 6.5 minutes to get worried.
Oh, yeah.
And you did.
Yes.
Because you were a worrier.
And it's not just the brain, you do feel alive.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh.
The heart's going because I'm speaking to Tommy Boyd.
Yeah.
You know, I used to watch you on Magpie.
Take lesser forms of life. Take trees, for example. Obviously, they don't worry.
I worry about trees. Do you know why?
Go ahead.
Because they make our oxygen, isn't that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every time you look at anything on the news, any documentary program, the whole point of the documentary program is to give you something to worry about. Okay.
But you're alive. And I mean, like, worrying about trees because they're our oxygen.
Yeah.
They was it taking carbon?
Let me do an experiment with you.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. I'm worried
about this now, Tommy.
I'm going to get... Yeah, exactly. I'm going to get my daily newspaper, and I'm worried about that because it might not be in my briefcase. It is. All right.
Okay.
All right, now I've got The Guardian. Okay. Now I'm going to go through the stories in The Guardian, okay? All right, and people pay 45 pence for this, right? And I'm going to tell you whether you think it's there, the article is there because you're supposed to worry about it, okay?
Right.
Okay, head story. Secret nuclear deal. Are you worried?
Yes.
Of course you are. It says nuclear.
Yes.
Murdoch marriage breakup shakes the media industry.
Not so worried about that.
Not too worried about that. No, not too worried about that. But anyway, it's there to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's a very powerful man.
And the third story on the front page is appeal for calm after Ulster killing. So the implication of that is that the peace process could belly up. So
yes, I hope it doesn't.
Worried about that?
Yeah, I'm actually 3/4 Irish, and I really hope it doesn't.
Okay, well, turn to page 2. Top story on page 2. Thriving Ireland passes UK. The tiger of Europe undergoes staggering growth, while Britain approaches the economic relegation zone. Worried? Yeah? Yeah. Right, next story.
That's a big worry. I've got 2 wee boys, remember?
Yeah. So you're going through your national newspaper, and all you can find is things to worry about. And
no happy news.
No.
Too.
Judge rules beef on bone ban absurd.
It is absurd, actually.
Yeah, but beef on bone, so what do we think? CJD, worried?
No, I used to be a psychiatric nurse, so not really. So there we go.
I'm not quite with you there.
Right, because, what do you call it, Jacob Creutzfeldt, right?
Yes.
Is actually in the textbooks. So I'm not that worried about that, to be quite honest, about the beef carry-on.
Yes.
But anyway, I still eat beef, Tommy.
Oh, right, you're not... You still eat beef?
Oh, yeah.
Fine. Well, they're doing all they can to worry you, though. That's my point, isn't it?
Yep, and you made it very well, Tommy.
Thank you, as ever.
And thanks for listening.
Not at all. Thank you for calling.
To me.
Yep.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
You know what's going to happen?
What?
You're going to go away and worry about whether you were any good when you were on the radio.
I should have taped it, eh? Never thought.
But you will worry, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll worry about
whether... Was I good, Tommy?
You'll worry about whether we thought you were any good.
Well, was I good?
How about this? Not bad.
No, that's a compliment from Tommy Boyd. Thank you.
Listen to me. That's going to make you worry, isn't it?
No, thank you, Tommy. That's a compliment.
Yeah. Thank you for your call. Free call 0500 10 53 89. Simon calls from Hampshire. Cherished Simon, I hope. You're on Talk Radio, sir.
Tommy, yes, I think you're absurd. You're absolutely insane. There is absolutely nothing good about worrying. It's one of the worst things in the world. It's if you've ever had to worry about one of your relatives or a friend or something in hospital with a serious medical condition ill, then you'll know that there's absolutely nothing nice about worrying.
That's simply not true, sir, because it shows you care.
Yes, but it's not a nice feeling. It's not a pleasant feeling to sit there worrying. But no, it's not.
I'm sorry.
Believe me.
I will not believe you.
It's true.
I'm here to tell you.
It's not a nice feeling.
I'm here to tell you that if you have any intellectual muscle whatsoever, you can recognise that the fact that you care about someone you love is a very positive thing.
Yes, that's good. But the feeling of worrying about them is a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, you've got to do the work.
I beg your pardon?
You've got to do the work.
No, you haven't. You have, you see, but you're saying it's good to have to do the work, and I'm saying it's bad.
Yeah. No, that worry that you have for your loved ones is love.
Yes, it is.
What's wrong with that?
It's the feeling of having to worry about things. It's awful. Worrying about things is an awful feeling.
Do you worry a lot?
I don't worry about minor things, like the lady you had on a minute ago, but I do worry about things. I worry about the fact that I haven't got a job. I worry about having to pay the bills and everything, and it's not nice to not have to worry. Obviously, you don't have to worry about things like that. You've got a highly paid job. You don't have to worry about things like the bills. So you're speaking for somebody who doesn't have to worry about anything. If you knew what it was really like, if you were one of the real people, then you would know what worrying's like, and believe me, you would be different.
The higher I climb the slippery pole, the more I rub shoulders with the great and the good and the mighty, the more I recognise that it's worrying that's got them where they are today, Simon.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the feeling. It's not nice to have to worry.
Do you think that Tony Blair is a worrier?
I couldn't say because I don't know him. I would hope he is, considering the amount of responsibility he has.
Exactly.
But I'm sure he doesn't like being a warrior. You know, I'm sure he would prefer it if he didn't have to worry, if he didn't physically have to worry about what was happening.
Life is about coming to terms with things that you don't like.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's not a nice thing to have to do. You're saying it is. It's not.
But the not niceness about it is all between your own ears. And if you've got what it takes, you can convert that into something that is nice. You can recognise worrying for what it is, a very positive, constructive, warm human emotion.
In some ways, it is a positive emotion, and I agree with that, but it's not in other ways. And even if it is a positive emotion, it's not a nice, positive emotion to have.
It is.
It's better just to feel love for somebody than to worry, because the sensation, the physical sensation of sitting there and thinking, oh my God, and you're chewing in there and you're worried and everything is on top of you, it's not nice to do. It certainly doesn't make you feel alive. People that worry commit suicide. Suicide people are worrying.
Exactly my point.
You can't tell them it's not a nice sensation.
Exactly my point. If only people who were driven to the depths of despair could recognise that their worrying is something that they should embrace with both arms, Simon,
yes,
then there wouldn't be so many tragedies about. I have to bring in Lee from Leicester, who would like to have a brief word with you. Lee, you're on Talk Radio, and you're through to Simon in Hampshire.
Hello, yes, Simon.
Yes.
What I've been hearing about what you've been saying so far, you're a typical worrier with the sounds of it yourself. A typical worrier is a person that second-guesses everything to the point where they are so worried. And the other point of being a second-guesser is also you're a very negative person at the same time. A worrier is a very negative sort of person, a negative-thinking person.
Lee and Simon, stay right where you are. We'll call this the end of round one and rejoin battle again in a moment. Free call 0500 10 53 89 is the telephone number. We are celebrating worrying. It's fantastic. It must be. Look at how much of your life you spend doing it. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
Talk to Tommy Boyds. Free call 0500 1053 89.
We have Simon in Hampshire, the cherished, and Lee has come through in Leicester, who wants to cross swords with him. Simon, the point that Lee made is that you yourself are a bit of a worry bucket, and you are, aren't you?
Yes, I admit it. Everybody worries. Not to the extremes of some people, like the people you had on earlier, who worry about the most minor, trivial things. I'm not like that. Everybody worries about something, and it's not a nice thing to do. And for that moron to come on and say that it reflects that I'm a negative person and all this absolute rubbish, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. He was talking absolute rubbish.
Moron of Leicester, do you want to come back?
Well, what can I say? Some people like to worry because of maybe the relief of when they spoke to somebody and then they've talked about the worries, then they find out that their worries are not as bad as what they thought they were in the first place. So therefore the relief. So maybe it's the relief is sometimes the reason why people worry. Do you understand what I mean?
Let me just point out what you've just said. You said that people like to worry. No one likes to worry.
But you sound like you like to worry.
Pardon?
You sound like you like to worry.
I hate worrying. Everything I have to worry about, I hate.
So then why
I can't stand worrying. And believe me, if you knew what it was like to worry, you would hate it. No doubt you come from a stable middle-class background with a nice home and no worries financially or anything. If you had to worry about where your next penny is coming from, where your next meal's coming from, finding a job, trying to sustain your lifestyle, then you'd know what worrying's like.
Excuse me, you think I'm from a stable background of some sort then?
Well, yes, that's how it seems to me.
I come across that because I'm a positive thinking person. I am not. I'm unemployed. I have no job at the moment.
Well, then you're an idiot. Because if you're not worrying about not having a job, then you're an idiot.
Well, why? I'm not worried about a job because I know I can find one, because I'm good at it, because I'm more positive thinking to find one. But I will find one. I have been offered jobs and I will take one.
If you know that you can find a job, then why haven't you done?
Because I know the right job is on its way.
You're a complete imbecile if you're not worried about being unemployed.
You seem to be worried about me now.
I'm unemployed and I am worried about it because I know that it's something I should worry about. I know that without a job I can't afford to keep my flat, I can't afford to eat and to keep myself alive, and I know that that is really something to worry about.
You're not very good looking either, are you, Simon?
You say you're in the same situation as me, but you're not worried about it.
I'm not worried about it because what's worrying ever done for you? If you actually sit down and talk to somebody about your problems, about your worries, afterwards the relief of knowing your worries aren't as bad as what they work out to be. There's always help there for you. There is always somebody to help you somewhere along the line. And the relief of not having to worry anymore, I think, is what you're looking for.
Okay, you're listening to Talk Radio. I am Tommy Boyd. We're discussing worrying and why it has to be good for you, otherwise we wouldn't spend so much time doing it. Lee in Leicester is concerned with Simon in Hampshire's view that there's nothing good about worrying.
Wants to worry.
Simon, it's a delight hearing you once again, and I'm very grateful to have you on the show as often as is right. Thank you for your call.
It's my mum. She's a bit of a worrier.
She is.
She's very house proud, and she worries over these little things like, say, a mark on the carpet or something on the pillow, or if I don't tidy my room properly, she'll, get really worried and say you have to do it, and then, get stressed. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, does your mum get stressy?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. It's because they worry about you, and they worry about the home, and they worry about being a good mum.
Yeah.
But if you've got a mum who's worried about being a good mum, then you've got a good mum.
Yeah, but it's house proudness. It's just like marks on the carpet or dust anywhere.
Yeah.
Or not getting things straight, or...
You like dust?
No, not
You
really.
want dust? Eat dust? No.
No.
No, you don't want it in your lungs.
No.
She looks after the home. It smells of pledge.
Yeah, but she goes too far.
Well, you say that.
Pardon?
You say that, but what age are you?
14.
Then you're beginning to decide that a lot of the things that your mum does is wrong, because that's hormonal, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you in Cornwall?
In Clint, near Lou.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What a place Cornwall can be.
Yeah.
Yes. No, you don't get so many warriors in Cornwall. I have a theory that the further you get from big urban sprawls, the less worrying goes on.
Oh, right. Okay, then.
I don't know if you've travelled and you've noticed that.
No.
It's almost as though concrete reflects and magnifies
Right.
worrying.
Yeah.
What do you worry about? Yeah.
School, homework,
Yeah.
time, I don't know.
I mean, it's only if you worry about your exams that you do your best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
I've got my fat tongue up soon.
Boys?
Yeah.
You worry about boys?
Sometimes, depends.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not going to go on about boys, don't worry. I can tell you don't want that, do you?
No.
Fair dinkum. Good to talk to you.
Okay, then.
Thanks for your call.
Bye.
Love to your mum. Yeah. Free call 0500 10 53 89. All the things that make your life worthwhile, you worry about. Your children, your relationship, your income, your job, your home, your health, your mum and dad, the place where you live, your body. These are the things that are your life, and you worry about them. And all you see is the worry. And what we don't see is how those worries, that worrying, is converted into so many positive things in the relationship with your children and with your home and with your folks. And of course, sometimes we get it a little bit wrong and we worry a little bit too much, and we do have sleepless nights and we do have funny dreams. But generally speaking, this emotional facet called worry, which can go off the rails, but generally speaking, this emotional facet is an absolutely invaluable one. It is 9 parts of what we call love. Free call 0500 10 53 89. Sheila calls from London. You're on Talk Radio, Sheila.
Hello, Tommy.
Yo.
Tommy, I disagree with you wholeheartedly.
Good.
Listen, I don't want to worry, but I worry about everything. It makes me feel sick. It makes me feel tired. I ache. It does make me feel depressed. It makes me stop concentrating on things that I should be concentrating on. And where is it constructive for me to worry?
What do you weigh?
And I worry about me being overweight.
But you're not, are you?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I am.
What do you weigh?
I'm not telling you.
Well, how tall are you?
Oh, too short for my weight.
No, come on, let me hear it. How tall are you?
I'm all of 5'1.5".
And what do you weigh?
Oh, God. It sounds like I'm an elephant. 11 stone.
That's fine. That's the right height.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I worry that I can have, like the doctor told me.
That's the right height for a 7-foot woman.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sitting on a time bomb to have a heart attack if I don't lose weight. So I'm worrying about that. It's not helping me.
If you didn't worry about your weight, you really would balloon, wouldn't you?
I don't think so. I would be more relaxed about it, but I can't relax.
And if you didn't worry about your heart, then you would eat an awful lot more fat, wouldn't you?
I do worry, though.
Yeah, but that's what stops you from eating a lot more fat.
No, it makes me eat more if I'm worrying.
Because you'd be worried about your heart and your weight.
But Tommy, it does. See, for me to worry, it's not being constructive for me to worry. If I didn't worry about being fat, the food wouldn't be so important to me.
All worrying is constructive. All worrying leads to good.
No,
it does.
Anything that I have ever worried about has never led me to a good thing. If I'm relaxed about something, say a bill comes in through the door, right? So I'll put it away and I'll worry about it.
And then you'll pay it?
No, and eventually after I've really worn myself to a frazzle, I'll take it out the drawer and I'll go and pay it, right? But whereas if I think, oh, I'm not going to worry about it, right, I'll pay it straight away. Well, that is constructive. It's not constructive for me to worry about it, which I tend to do.
No, I'm getting slightly lost here.
No, I'm saying my worrying about paying a bill...
Yes, I'm inclined to think that perhaps you put the ones away that you can't maybe afford, which is different.
Well, no, I mean, everything is worked out here, so I can't, but, no one wants... Even though they might have the money...
Well, if you can pay a bill, why do you put it away then?
Well, because I think, I want to have a dress today rather than go pay
It is financial, isn't it?
Well, in a way, I suppose it all comes down to that in the end.
But if you didn't worry about... I mean, I used to work with a bloke. I used to know a bloke, all right?
It's like, can I say another example?
Yes, all right then.
Say that, sorry to interrupt. Say that there's an article in the paper about my local area, someone having meningitis. Right? Now, a lot of my friends will say, don't worry about it. If it happens, it happens. No, but I will worry about it.
Well, we all do.
And by the end of the day, it hasn't helped me. I feel ill. I can't concentrate. I work in the evening, so I can't concentrate on my job. Because so where are you saying...
All right. Listen to me then. Listen and learn.
Where are you saying...
Listen to me. And listen and learn. The doctor is in. Listen to me.
Oh, you're a doctor now.
I am.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
And I want you to do this work.
All right.
Have you got meningitis?
No. I'm
right. No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No, I haven't.
Have you got meningitis?
No, not me. No.
How do you feel about the fact that you are a meningitis-free person?
I'm very happy.
Aha! No, don't send me. Don't send me. Because we're doing this in short sentences. Right, okay. You are now very happy.
Well, about the fact that I haven't got meningitis.
Yes, I know. We know all that. You don't have to go back over the bits that we've done.
All right.
We can all keep up. It's all about meningitis, not presenile dementia. Look.
Okay.
You haven't got meningitis. You're happy.
Yeah.
Now, are you happier about that than you would... And make sure you get this answer right.
Yeah.
Are you happier about that than you would be if you hadn't spent a long time worrying that you might have it?
Oh, God. I can't think that way.
No, but you have to, because I'm asking you the question.
Say it again.
Are you happier about the discovery that you haven't got meningitis
than
you would have been if, you'd never worried about it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Voila.
Yeah.
Voila. So the happiness that you have at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just share it. I want you to go, whee! I don't have meningitis. Hooray! Do you see what I'm saying?
But there's so many other facets. See, with me, I don't worry about me. My what I can get. Whatever illness, I always think of what my children are going to pick up.
Yes, and they haven't got meningitis either.
Well, you think they go to school, they go to university, they pick up all these horrible diseases.
But every night you lie in bed and none of these things have happened.
No, I know.
So whether you know it,
So it's not constructive to worry.
Whether you know about it or not, you do, just as you nod off, you do just go, oh, another day nearer death, well, that's all right then.
Yeah,
you do.
I'm not worried about dying.
No.
I don't worry about that, even though I'm 52,
Well, I hope that was of some use to you, but goodness me, the session is over.
It's nice to talk to you, Tommy.
Yes, hang in there, Sheila.
But it's not constructive to worry.
I think it's one of the things that will be explained to us when we're all safely gathered in.
Yeah, you reckon? Maybe.
I hope so.
It's nice talking to you.
If not, we may be none the wiser, but, at least we won't be worried.
Well, when you worry, doesn't it make you feel tired?
Oh, jeez, yes, God.
So where are you saying it's constructive? I mean, it was like that other man you were talking to. I agreed with him.
Yes.
No, I speak to my friends and my family. Don't worry. What good is it going to do you at the end of the day? Your blood pressure. I've got high blood pressure, right?
I'll bet you have. Yes.
So it doesn't help.
No.
Me worrying about everything isn't going to help. So where can you say it's constructive?
Well, I tried.
Yeah, you did.
and it might work, and you might just think about this conversation again sometime soon.
I'm going to go over it.
You might. I bet you do.
Yeah, I'm going to go over it.
And you never know.
Yeah.
You might have a little bit more of the what the heck than you had before.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Listen, we're never too old to learn.
No.
Are we?
No.
Okay.
Bye.
Keep well. Bye.
Keep well yourself. Free call 0500 10 53 89. A celebration of worrying. It is the very spine of the human condition. We love it, otherwise we wouldn't do so much of it. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
This is Talk Radio, the nation's interactive station. Recall 0500 1053 89 now.
All of the things, everything that we have to be grateful for living at the top end of the 20th century, because that's where we are. We owe to the fact that good men and good women worried about something, and so they put it right. We wouldn't have E equals MC squared if Einstein hadn't been worried about the state of the universe, and he cracked that one. And you wouldn't be driving around in that machine that you're driving around in now if Ugg hadn't been worried about the fact that it was very difficult to get those stones from A to B, and so the wheel was invented. I know it's superficial and cartoonish to talk about it in those terms, but the simple fact of the matter is that worrying is good and it works. And it's painful, but so is a workout at the gym. Painful. But you can see the good results of it when you look at yourself in the bedroom mirror later that day. Well, ditto with worrying. You worry, and as long as you do a good worrying workout, at the end of the day when you're lying in bed, you can look at your life and see that you've moved things a little bit further forward and that you're a little bit better off because you had a jolly good session with your anxiety at some point during the day, or maybe all day. Worrying's fantastic. Paul in Cardiff, you're on Talk Radio. I'm right, aren't I?
No.
Oh.
You're not right. Because worrying, right, I went through a long phase in my life where I had no worries whatsoever. I was like an Australian surfer. No worries, mate. But recently, I started worrying because was I right to take a redundancy in order to try and go to university? Will it all work out? Will I get a full-time place in university for next year? Did my interview this morning go well? Will my daughter's birthday party, teenager today, will that go well? Will it be a success? Will her friends come because they're all on school holidays at the moment? Will they all turn up? You know? Will my dad's birthday card get there for tomorrow? How does the guy who drives the snowplow get to work? I worry about all these things.
No, you don't.
I do. And you know what worries me most of all, Tom?
Go on.
right? Whatever happened to the cuddly little bloke who used to do Magpie and Wackaday?
I wish I was him. Apparently, he's got a lot of money now, and he lives in a former rock star's house just outside Weybridge.
Never.
Yes. Just since you ask. Look, your daughter's birthday party is going to be all the better for the attention to detail which you will apply because you have worried about it.
Yeah, but she's a worse worrier than me. She's got my worry genes.
Well, she'll go far.
You reckon?
I'm sure of it.
Because she's been flapping about this for the last 3 weeks. You know?
Then it will...
What shall I wear?
Yeah.
Shall I wear makeup? Will he like me if I wear makeup, or shall I not wear makeup?
Hey, look, you're a man of the world. You know they all do that. Yeah, don't you?
Yes.
So you've got a normal, healthy, worrying teenager. So what?
Yeah, but going to my first point, you know, the first one about taking redundancy and trying to get a place in university, sorting out the money, that sort of worry I never had before.
Yeah, but you've done it, right, okay? You have done it. You have taken a decision. You've taken control of your life. You are holding the horns of the bull, which is your very existence. You've done that. You, Paul, whether it works out, whether it doesn't, who the hell's to judge one way or the other? The point is, it's you. You're living your life. You're choosing. You're making decisions. You're there. That wind in your face, man, that's not the wind blowing. That's you moving forward. What a feeling. You're in control. Of course there's a risk. Columbus
that's it, but the control isn't there. Whereas before I was in control.
You want control?
I was in control at one time. I've taken a major decision, and now everyone else is in control, and I'm waiting for letters from you, Cass.
What control was that? You had a job. That's not control. You're being controlled.
I was in control. That I paid my maintenance and my mortgage and my everything I had to pay.
Got your Cass,
on time, and I had my beer vouchers for Friday and Saturday.
And you come off the phone in a minute from me, and you go and look in the mirror, and you look at a man, you look at a Viking, you look at an explorer, you look at a pioneer. You look at somebody you look at somebody who's in the driving seat, not somebody who's in the back with a dog. Come on.
Well, maybe once I've had the acceptance, what are you laughing at? Once I've had the acceptance letters, then maybe I'll start to feel a bit of control, and I can start planning my schedules and things like that.
As long as you do. If you feel the burn, right, then you've got to see the results. So if you're going to worry about what the decision that you've made, and good for you for making a decision, all right, then make sure that when it works out fine, because it will, one way or another, then make sure that you enjoy the look of it, okay?
Yeah, but I won't enjoy the worry. You see, the point is we're talking about the worry.
We've been around this block.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
All right.
But the worry isn't stimulating.
All right, fine. Thank you, Paul, for your call. Look, the analogy with having a workout is it holds absolutely true. It's perfect. It's a perfect metaphor. You do not enjoy sitting on the ab machine doing 100 sit-ups when you're at the gym. You do it so you get a flat tum. Ditto worrying. Of course you don't enjoy it. But it's fantastic. It gets results. Anne calls from Huddersfield. You're on Talk Radio, Anne. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tommy. I'm worried.
Yes.
I'm worried because when my children are out of sight, I worry about them.
Well, now...
And I'm worried that the girls at work are listening to this and they know who it is.
Yes. Why? Should you be at work?
No, I finished at dinner time today, but they usually listen to it.
Where do you work?
Can I say?
Yes.
B Bakers in Huddersfield.
And they normally listen to the show?
Yeah.
Right, so you're worried that they're talking about you as well whilst you're not there?
Yeah.
That's a very big human worry, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Are they talking about me?
Yeah.
They're bound to be gossiping?
Yeah.
Saying how much nicer it is when you're not around?
I don't know.
No, well, that's what you worry, isn't it? Listen to me, I read a paper not long ago which suggested that the reason we are all worriers, right, is because the only children that survived back in primitive times, right, were the children that worried about moving too far from their parents.
Right.
Because the saber-toothed tiger would get them. So they didn't, okay?
Yeah.
The ones that did got, perished. Yeah. And so they did not survive. They were the ones who didn't worry. Right. They didn't worry, and so they perished. And indeed, the parents who didn't worry about their children perished, or were more likely to perish. Okay?
Yeah.
So you could argue from, and this paper did, very successfully, that the reason we are who we are, all of us, all 4 billion of us on planet Earth are who we are, is because we are all descendants of people who worried a bit more than the rest of them.
I mean, you hear about so many different things now about children being taken and this. It's just not safe for them to play out so far now.
Well, you carry on worrying. You carry on worrying. It will it's not likely to make anything that awful, which ain't going to happen anyway, not happen.
No.
But it is what we are as a species. Just as chameleons change their skin colour, and just as zebras are useless, we worry. That's our thing. That's why we're successful. And so you are obviously a fine, fully tooled up member of the human race if you're a warrior.
Thank you.
Yo. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Yeah. Prime member of the species. If only Darwin had been a philosopher as well. Free call 0500 10 53 89. We're celebrating worrying. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening. We're discussing worrying, and we'll wind up this hour by talking to Anne, who calls from Hertford. You're on Talk Radio. Anne, good afternoon.
Hello, Tommy. I think everybody's missed the point. Worrying is so creative.
Yes.
It leads you into lateral thinking to solve your problems.
Yes.
And I've got personal experience of that. I had a lot of papers that I was really worried about, and inspectors coming in, so I dumped them in the back of my car for the whole time that the inspectors were around.
Excellent.
It frees you up. When you've got a lot of worry, it frees you to do nothing or do something that you really enjoy doing, because you think, there's so much to worry about, there's no point in worrying. So you go out for a walk or go swimming or something instead. I really think that people don't take advantage of worrying.
No, we don't. For some reason, we think it's a bind, but in actual fact, it's very clear. I mean, I'm enjoying worrying at the moment because the out time for this hour is 58:30, and it's now 57:45. 7 if you're listening in delay. Anne, what?
Do you want another word? Try reading.
Can you do me 30 seconds, yes, and then I'll just have to back announce the programme and throw it to Peter Dealey. So,
The Old Sailor by A.A. Milne.
Yes.
Who worried so much and then went and sat on the beach and waited to be rescued.
What? Now that's worrying me now because I don't quite get it, and I've only got 10 seconds.
I'll send it to you. A.A. Milne, The Old Sailor.
Right.
Okay.
All right then.
A children's poem.
Now I'm worried because I've got 15 seconds to go and I can't think of anything else to say. I mean...
Well, that'll do you good. You'll be creative. You'll think laterally.
Thanks for your call. I think the point was made. I'm quite clear what it is. I hope you're halfway clear. I look forward to talking with you from 2 tomorrow. Stand by for Peter Dealey, Britain's fastest moving drive time. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. Comment too if you wish. Even slap your legs and make a purchase from Ann Summers. But don't do nothing.